This is the battle between a Komodo dragon and a feeble deer. This reptile feeds on its prey even while it's still alive. Despite the deer's desperate struggle to escape, all of its efforts are in vain. The Komodo dragon is a fearsome predator that inhabits the Lesser Sunda Islands of Indonesia. To date, the Komodo dragon is the largest living lizard species in the world. It is also endemic to Indonesia, meaning it cannot be found anywhere else on Earth. Approximately 2,300 Komodo dragons are spread across several Indonesian islands. Most of them live in wildlife reserves, while a small number freely roam in nature. In recent years, however, Komodo dragons have encroached into areas inhabited by humans, leading to conflicts with local farmers. In today's video, we'll explore how Indonesian farmers are dealing with these gigantic reptiles. Komodo dragons are often found near forests, as these areas provide ideal shelter for stalking their prey. During the dry season, when natural prey becomes scarce, they are forced to approach human settlements. The hunting techniques of a Komodo dragon are both sophisticated and brutal. They use their keen sense of smell to detect prey from a distance. They are adept at camouflage, allowing them to remain undetected. Komodos are patient hunters, often standing still for long periods, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. When attacking, a Komodo dragon relies on its sharp teeth, long powerful claws, and remarkable strength to slash and tear its prey apart. They use their strong neck muscles to shake violently, ripping apart their prey and causing severe blood loss. After subduing the goat, the Komodo dragon uses its powerful neck muscles to devour it whole, including the bones and hooves. The Komodo dragon's killing power is amplified by its venom and bacteria. Its saliva is teeming with bacteria, ensures that even if the prey initially escapes, it will succumb to blood loss or infection within hours. This venom prevents blood from clotting, causing severe blood loss. Even large water buffaloes can die from wounds inflicted by a Komodo dragon. In some areas of Flores and the Komodo Islands, farmers report losing about 27% of their livestock annually, leading to significant financial hardships. Farmers set traps near areas frequently visited by the dragons. They can then relocate the captured Komodo dragons to wildlife reserves to ensure the safety of both the reptiles and the farming communities. However, the use of rifles has been identified as the most effective hunting method. Each year, hunters in Indonesia organize Komodo dragon hunts between September and November. A hunting group typically consists of 4 to 6 members to cover terrain effectively and maximize safety. Approaching a Komodo dragon requires great skill and caution. Hunters move silently, using the wind to mask their scent and maintaining a safe distance to avoid attacks from the jaws of the powerful dragon. Experienced hunters aim precisely for the head, defeating the dragon with just a single shot to minimize its suffering. On average, a successful hunt yields 2 to 5 dragons. Saying goodbye to the islands of the Komodo dragon, we move to the outskirts of Victoria, home to a large population of wild foxes. These foxes often venture into residential areas, attacking domestic creatures. Their adaptability and opportunistic feeding habits have brought them into direct conflict with Australian farmers, causing significant ecological and economic consequences. The cunning foxes are particularly drawn to chicken coops. They often hunt at night, sneaking through small openings to snatch up chickens. Their attacks are swift, driven by their instincts to hoard food. They often kill multiple chickens in a single night. These attacks result in substantial losses for farmers. Farmers in Australia employ various types of traps in order to capture the wild foxes. Cage traps are designed with an automatic locking mechanism that activates when a fox steps inside to retrieve bait. The fox is then unable to escape and remains confined in the cage. Jaw traps are concealed beneath the soil, and when a fox steps on the trap, its leg is securely held. Farmers inspect the traps daily to prevent prolonged suffering of the animals and carefully handle the captured foxes to avoid being bitten. Each year, these traps help farmers capture tens of thousands of foxes in Australia, significantly reducing the population of the wild foxes. However, for long-term and effective population control, farmers often resort to hunting. Humane hunting must be carried out by skilled and experienced marksmen. Fox hunting season typically occurs in late autumn and winter when foxes are more active and their fur is in prime condition. Popular hunting areas include rural farms and dense forests, where fox densities are high. Firing too many shots can alert nearby foxes. When spotting a fox, farmers do not shoot immediately. Instead, they observe its movements and wait for it to stand still for an easier kill. Farmers typically use rifles and high-powered spotlights to locate and shoot foxes in the dark. When illuminated, a fox's eyes reflect light, creating a characteristic gleam that allows hunters to identify their position from a distance. Hunters must possess accurate shooting skills and strictly adhere to legal regulations regarding firearm use and wildlife control. The main advantage of nighttime fox hunting is increased efficiency, as foxes are most active during this time, especially around farms which contain livestock or poultry. In recent years, many areas of the United States have experienced a significant increase in the number of vultures, particularly black vultures. Vultures often gather together in large flocks during the fall and winter. They not only scavenge on carrion, but also attack small animals, creating problems for farmers. Hundreds of vultures have invaded states like Florida, Texas, and other areas in the southeast. Vultures also tend to encroach on human living spaces. From perching in large flocks on rooftops, trees, or vehicles, they negatively alter the urban landscape, causing a significant amount of damage to infrastructure and personal property. Their presence also brings psychological challenges for residents, such as feelings of unease when coexisting with large, invasive birds. Moreover, they pose a threat to traffic safety by gathering near major roads. Driving vultures away is a challenge because they are protected under federal law. Killing or trapping vultures without a permit is prohibited, with violations punishable by fines of up to $15,000 and 6 months in prison. Residents in affected areas have installed electric shock lines on rooftops. When vultures land on the roof, they receive a mild electric shock. This method can scare them off and discourage them from returning. Additionally, some farmers use light or sound-emitting devices that simulate predator noises or images to frighten vultures and prevent them from coming back. Vultures typically choose tall trees with wide canopies as roosting spots, as these locations provide good visibility and safety. Farmers can prune tree branches or tops to reduce their perchability, making the area less suitable for vultures to gather. In the rugged wilderness of the United States, particularly in states like Alaska, Montana, and Wyoming, the relationship between farmers and brown bears is both complex and deeply rooted in history. Brown bears, also known for their subspecies the grizzly bear, are a powerful omnivore, whose diet includes everything from veggies and fish to livestock. When a bear enters a farm, it can cause extensive damage, killing animals, destroying crops, and even posing a direct threat to human life. For farmers, especially those in remote regions, the presence of a brown bear can lead significantly to economic loss. Consequently, bear hunting, particularly during specific seasons, becomes necessary for those who must protect their livelihoods. But hunting a brown bear is no simple task. It requires meticulous preparation and a deep understanding of the bear's behavior and habitat. Farmers who hunt bears typically do during the regulated hunting seasons. These are determined by state wildlife agencies in order to ensure the population remains sustainable. These seasons often coincide with times when bears are most active, particularly in the fall, when they are preparing for hibernation. Before embarking on a hunt, farmers must acquire the appropriate permits and ensure they have high-caliber rifles necessary to take down such a large and powerful animal. Tracking a brown bear requires skill and patience. Farmers and hunters alike often spend hours or even days scouting the landscape for signs of bear activity. This can include tracks, scat, or even markings on trees, when bears often scratch to mark their territory. In some cases, hunters use dogs specially trained for tracking bears, although this practice is more common in regions where bear hunting is a traditional activity. Once a bear is located, the next step is to approach it with caution. Brown bears have an incredible sense of smell and are highly alert to danger. Hunters must use the wind to their advantage, staying downwind of the bear in order to avoid detection. This part of the hunt requires extreme caution, as an agitated bear can become extremely dangerous. When the moment comes to take the shot, precision is crucial. Farmers and hunters are trained to aim for vital areas, such as the heart or lungs, in order to ensure a quick and humane kill. A poorly placed shot can lead to a wounded bear, which can become even more dangerous. For this reason, many hunters prefer to shoot from a distance where they have a clear line of sight and a stable position. After the bear is down, the process of retrieval begins. This often involves a team effort, as a single brown bear can weigh several hundred pounds. The bear's meat is often donated or consumed by the hunters, and fur is typically used for various purposes. Coyotes are opportunistic predators, meaning they will take advantage of whatever food sources are available to them. For farmers, this often means livestock losses. A single coyote can kill multiple animals in a single night, leading to a significant economic harm. In some regions, the coyote population has exploded due to their adaptability, and this makes control measures even more critical. Unlike bears, which are usually solitary and territorial, coyotes often hunt in pairs or small groups, increasing their effectiveness as predators. They are also known for their high reproductive rates, which can make controlling their numbers a continuous challenge. Coyote hunting requires careful planning and a thorough understanding of the animal's behavior. Farmers often begin by studying the patterns of coyote activity on their land. This can involve monitoring tracks, scat, and other signs that indicate their presence. In some cases, farmers set up a trail camera to capture images of the animals and determine the best times and locations to hunt. The equipment used for coyote hunting is typically similar to that used for other medium-sized predators. High-powered rifles are the most common choice, though shotguns are also used, particularly in areas with dense cover. In addition, hunters often use electronic callers that mimic the sounds of other coyotes or distressed prey, like a rabbit for example, and this quickly attracts a curious or hungry coyote. Hunters typically place the device at a distance from their position. Using a remote control, they can turn it on and off, drawing the coyote away from their scent. These devices can be highly effective in luring coyotes into shooting range. Coyote hunting often takes place during the early morning or late evening hours, when the animals are most active. Farmers may position themselves in areas where coyotes are known to travel, such as near livestock yards or in cornfields. Camouflage is crucial, as coyotes have sharp senses that are quickly able to detect anything out of the ordinary. Patience is key, as it can take time for a coyote to respond to the call and approach within shooting range. Once a coyote is spotted, the hunter must act quickly, but carefully too. Coyotes are fast and agile, capable of darting away at the slightest hint of danger. A well-placed shot is essential to ensure a clean and humane kill. Hunters aim for the chest area to target the heart and lungs, minimizing the risk of merely wounding the animal. After the hunt, the coyote's carcass is often used in various ways. In some regions, its fur is highly valued and can be sold or traded. The coyote population is also monitored by wildlife agencies, and in many areas, hunting is encouraged as a means of controlling their numbers and protecting livestock. Originally introduced by early settlers, feral hogs are highly adaptable and prolific breeders, with sows capable of producing multiple litters per year. This rapid reproduction, combined with their voracious appetite and destructive rooting behaviour, has led to an estimated population of over 6 million feral hogs across the US. Their population is particularly high in states like Texas, Florida, and Georgia. These animals are known to destroy crops, compete with livestock for resources, and even spread diseases that can affect both animals and humans. Hunting feral hogs requires a strategic approach, given their intelligence, social structure, and often nocturnal habits. Farmers often begin by scouting their lands for signs of hog activity. This includes looking for rooted soil, wallowing areas, and tracks. In some cases, farmers use trail cameras to monitor hog movement patterns, which helps to plan the hunt. The equipment used for hog hunting is diverse, ranging from rifles and shotguns to bows and traps. Given the size and toughness of feral hogs, high-caliber rifles are often preferred to ensure a quick and humane kill. Night vision scopes and thermal imaging devices are also commonly used if hunted at night, as feral hogs are often most active in this time period. In some cases, bait such as corn is used to lure the hogs into a specific area. This practice helps to ensure that the hogs are within range when the hunters are ready to take their shots. For a more aggressive approach, some farmers use dogs trained specifically for hog hunting. These dogs can track, bay, and even hold a hog in place until the hunter arrives to make the kill. This method is particularly effective in dense brush, where visibility is limited and hogs might otherwise be difficult to locate. Another common method involves trapping. Large, reinforced cages or corral traps are set up in areas where hogs are known to travel. These traps can capture multiple hogs at once, allowing farmers to significantly reduce their numbers in a short period. Once trapped, the hogs are usually dispatched quickly and humanely. The carcasses can be processed for meat, which can be consumed or donated. However, care must be taken due to the potential for disease transmission, so proper handling and cooking is essential. In some regions, hog meat is also used to produce sausages or other products, providing an additional source of income for farmers.